How will each of you address how to solve the roadway funding shortage here in Texas?
Roadway funding shortage. Well, I just feel like going over that. The bottom line is, the 20-cent gas tax hasn't gone up in a number of years, and the fact that we're not actually using the whole 20 cents for TxDOT and the road shortage. I mean, at the very least, we've got to figure out a way to use some of the surplus we have. We have to figure out a way to make sure that the monies that are being allocated out of that 20 cents to education and to the ZPS are not, that they're sent back to TxDOT. As far as how we're going to go about as a state to raise the additional funds, I mean, just the roadways we're way behind right now. I told some people the other day, if I have the honor of your vote and I get to be your state rep, I just want you to remember a year from now when 249 and 290 are still backed up, that it's not my fault, that this has already happened, and that we were about, in 2008, we're sitting at about 2011 before we can get anything done around here.
Well, most of your funding for roads like 290 is a federal highway, and so most of your, like I-10, 290, those are mostly federal dollars. What you do to expedite them is you tag in other entities like the county, metro, toll road authority, and that was one of the big fights this last session. Was before TxDOT had primacy over the local entities, but now because we sort of stood up and stood up to the governor and passed the bill, SB 792 is the name of the bill. Now the local urban areas have primacy over TxDOT, and that was a huge step in getting us, because I'll be honest with you, 80% of the needs of vehicle lane miles are in the urban areas. It's not in the rural areas. And for years and years and years and years, the legislature was primarily controlled by rural legislators. And so that's why you had a lot of money going to farm and market roads, rural roads. It was being siphoned off. I mean, you had the federal siphon where it was going to other states, but you also had a state siphon where it was going into areas that don't have the urban population growth. Well, now that's changed, and so now you have more of the chairs and the committee and the people that empower the structure that are from the urban areas and the suburban areas. That is where the need is. And so we use Bill 792 from here on out, and right now TxDOT's going through the sunset process. Every 12 years an agency goes through sunset. TxDOT's going through sunset. They're going through heavy scrutiny. And the chairman of the Highway Commission, as y'all may know, recently passed away of an unexpected heart attack. So there's going to be a new person in place that's primarily going to be probably from an urban area. And so that's how we leverage this to use more. It's going to take more user pay on the state roads to get them paid for and funded. The federal roads are a whole other story. You've got to go through the federal formulas. But now we have primacy. We get to decide first whether the local toll road authorities, the local metro, the local county folks, they want to do a design, put money into the project. We don't have to let TxDOT go first.